So, I have a bunch of these dog-proof raccoon traps that I'm going to be setting this Saturday. Still have to get my license. Got to do that Friday. Um, Not much goes into this as far as these guys go. Uh, I like to physically look in the trap, make sure that's all cleaned out, which it is. We're gonna make sure our trigger functions. This one's stuck, so we'll want to work that. Make sure that thing is functioning. Usually doesn't take much. It's from the paint. These have been in storage. I just want to make sure, double check everything. I'm setting all of them on one property. Well, two. I'm going to set my house because I have a bunch of raccoon problems. And I'm going to take them over to my mom's house and set the crap out of that. Just going to work this trigger back and forth. That's good. Let's set it. Works. We got a tag on there. All the swivels are functioning. That one's good. We'll do the same thing on this one. Trigger's good on this. It's clean on the inside. We'll set it. It sets. Swivels are working. We got a tag. That one's good. This one, trigger, will work that. It is clean on the inside. And you just want to make sure everything's all good to go, which swivels are in place. We got our tag on. Set this thing. Ready to go. We got another one here. Got to work the trigger a little bit. Like I said, you just want to make sure that thing's moving. These got a little gunked up with some paint while they were in storage. Got a tag. Swivels are good. Let's set it. It sets. That thing's going to work great. Got a different brand of one here. Takes a little bit different anchoring system for sticking it in the ground. Again, we're gonna get a hung up trigger on this one. Just work that thing back and forth. Hello. Just keep working it. Got to do this every year. You got to go through every single trap. Got to make sure that they all work. They didn't get damaged. They're tagged. Sets. It's not going to take much for him to set that thing off. We got a tag. Swivels are good. Inside's clean. So the way these things work And the inside's clean on that one. Trigger's good. Tagged. Swivels are good. The way these things work is you squeeze them. This little notch, can't see it very well. Oh, my finger's in the way. This little thing goes in the notch. You stick your bait in this. This goes, like if you have a raccoon trail on the ground, you jam that thing right in the middle of the trail. When the raccoon walks up, he pulls on the, I don't know if you can see it. Can't see it. There's a trigger in there. This prevents you from catching dogs really well. You can't, and if you use a sweet bait, you're not going to really catch dogs anyways. Just a general thing. You just, if you're trapping raccoons, you want to use a sweet bait anyways, because this time of year they're trying to get as much sugar as they can before winter. Like they like sweet stuff. That's why you can often find them in people's cornfields or stealing pet food this time of year, because they will get into all kinds of stuff because they're hungry. This thing sets, and you know, a lot of people are thanks for the subscription. A lot of people these days are raising chickens. I don't raise any animals here, but raccoons and other stuff that this trap specifically, this type of trap can catch. So your raccoons, your possums, your skunks. You can catch rats with these things. I've had it happen, but you're better off getting a rat trap. Those things can wreak havoc on people's chickens. They cause problems all the time. And this is a really good tool to use around farms and stuff, that people that have dogs. And again, if you use a sweet bait, you're not going to catch their cat either. But yeah, every year you got to go through every single one. Check your swivels, check your chains, because this stuff, you know, it gets beat up, it gets used. Yep, that one's good. And we got another one here, same style with that type of anchor. I don't remember the brand these are. I've had them for a long time, which is all the more reason to go over them. Just keep checking swivels. It's all good there. Set this thing. Thing sets. It's not going to take much for him to... Oh, this would be a Freedom brand. Made in the United States. I think they're made in the United States. This is a favorite one. That one got hit with a bullet. Swivels are all good. We got a tag on there. Let's set it. It sets. It's good shape. Try and set this thing off and do it gently. I have a sore finger right now. Okay, we got some crud in there I gotta get out. Tent stake works pretty good for that. Just a bunch of old crap in there. gotta keep there. We got it out. Trigger was good. This one's good. We won't use that one as an example. It needs some work. Another type of trap that I use for raccoons specifically is a number 11 double long spring. These things, they have really good holding power, and they're small. They're appropriately sized for a raccoon. He can't really get in there and chew at stuff. Yeah, let's make sure that it's in working order. Open this thing up. Everybody knows these. And that's pretty well set. Push on the dog a little bit, get it to lay nice and flat. In good shape. We check our chain here. This stuff's not as heavy as the dog-proof chain. So it's important to inspect that, which it's in good shape. And obviously we are tagged. So that trap is ready to go. It just needs some paint and it'll be ready to go. Grab another one here, different brand. It's got a little heavier chain, which it's in good shape. The tag is legible. Game wardens will get pissy if it's not legible. You got to make sure that they can read it. Yeah. Blind man can read that. And it's a little bit different, but yeah, it'll lay nice and flat too. Looks good. Ready to go. Again, these just need some paint. We'll do a dog proof here. Nice heavy chain, looking good. It's got a tag on there. Anybody can see that. Trigger's in good shape. The inside is pretty clean. Let's set it. It sets. It'll fire. It's ready to go. Most of these should be ready to go. They've been in storage for some time, but again, you have to double check every single year, every time. Trigger on this one's in good shape. All these parts seem to be in working order. Our swivels are in working order. Got our tag. Chain looks good. We'll set it. It sets. And it won't take much for that to go off. So that one's good too. Got another one here. What was it? That creaking. Some old springs. Just old springs creaking. Chain's in good shape. Got our tag. Yeah, I don't know. It's not making noise now. Another one here. Good chain. Got our tag. Swivels are in working order. Check our trigger, which is free and clear. The inside is clean. I did hit these with a pressure washer. Sets. It'll go off when it needs to. Got our tag. And that last one, we definitely had a tag on it. Trigger is a little stiff. We can work that. Not by any means the worst one. We'll set it. And it sets. So we're ready to go there. How's everybody doing this evening? We're just prepping some raccoon traps for the upcoming season that opens Saturday. Probably not going to catch a bunch of them, but just wouldn't be right to not set a few. Chain looks good on this one. I don't see any weak points, no bad links. Got our tag on there. Swivels are in working order. Check our trigger. It's important to do this every year. If you're going to trap, at the beginning of every season, it's very important. You have to go over your equipment. Let's set it. And it's set. And it'll go off when it needs to. Okay, we gotta adjust something here real quick. All right, and we're back. My bad. That trap is in working order, tagged and ready to go. This one's tagged, and the chain looks to be in good shape. All the swivels are working. Trigger's good. Let's set it. Looks good. Will it go off? Yep. This one hasn't been set in a while. It's got a tag. And we're all good on the chain. Trigger is in working order and the inside is clean. We'll set it. It sets. It'll go off. Well, we got 3 more of these guys to do. This one is tagged. It appears to be in working order. The trigger, check this guy. Very important. Set it. We're in good shape. And there's a lot of people out there that can't set these things with their hands. The only way that I've ever been able to set these things with my hands is like this. This part goes to the palm, like the butt part of your hand, part that you would hit something with if you were going to do that. Fingers wrap around the top. You're going to use mostly these 3 right here. Squeeze. Push the dog of the trap down. Push the trigger back. And I can do it without really looking at it. This trigger is a little stuck, which we will have to mess with. And that's how you would set it. And of course, because the trigger is messed up, this is going to be a pain in the butt to get unset. Okay. Now, to fix that trigger, I just work that thing back and forth. It'll come loose. It's probably paint, because I painted these. And it is, it's paint. And I gotta get this Band-Aid off. I've worked through the Band-Aid. That's always fun. Okay. Cut my finger earlier. So let's just work this thing back and forth. Yeah, a raccoon will be able to set that thing off no problem. I just might have some difficulty getting it set day one. But yeah, that thing's pretty much ready to go, and it is tagged. We'll figure the second to last one gave us the most trouble. And this one's going to give us some trouble too. This trigger's a little stiff. They've been in storage for a year. I didn't set any of these dog proofs last year. I did it all with the old school stuff. But I didn't really run much of a line. I don't know if you can hear that squeaking, but that's annoying. Chain is in good shape. We got a tag on there. Let's set it. Trying not to use the finger that's injured. It sets. Well, I don't want to dry fire these, but we're gonna do that. So all of the dog proofs are ready to go. Yeah, they don't. I mean, one could probably use some paint, but we're not going to worry about it. They're all ready to go, so we can pack these away. And tomorrow we'll probably work on something else. I'm probably going to have to work on these number 11s. There's not very many of them. It'll be real quick. Then throughout the week, I got to get my fox and coyote stuff ready to go. I got bait to make. I got some bait made, but yeah, I got a lot of work to do this week. Ton of stuff for setting just a few traps, really. But I have one property that's really like my mom's property that I'm setting. It's huge. Well, not huge, but I mean, it's a large area. So I'll be able to put in all kinds of sets, which I might try and stream some of that maybe if I can, but I don't know if I'll be able to. That being said, you guys have a good one. Not much going on with this type of thing. Just prepping traps really, so it's kind of repetitive. You guys have a good one. We'll probably do something else some other time.